How's everybody doing? Another edition of Puppy Pot and Chill. It's been longer than I probably should have let it go, but to be honest, I haven't been feeling that great. On top of the fact that trying to get through all of the propaganda and lies is very difficult. I mean, just for example, okay, at one point in time, I had 20 pages of things I was going to talk about. 20. But then as I, did more digging and fact checking, I'd scratch shit out and it'd be like, well, that's not true. And I'd, fix that story and it was much shorter now. And there is so much stuff out there that is, I'd say there's like 98% propaganda and 2% of the news is getting through. So really nobody is getting any good news about what's going on. It's all clickbait. It's all rage bait. People are looking for ways to make money and not report the news. So again, I apologize for not posting sooner, but man, trying to disseminate what's real, what's not real, and then fact check on shit and try to dig and find information. It was not just difficult, it was overwhelming at times. I mean, there's so much information out there, and like on one topic, there's all this news going around about how, they knew what was going on, how it was going to happen, where it was going to happen, and by how many people, and come to find out, there was no information leaked. This was an entire story made up. And, of course, you got Ukraine saying, they're doing good, they're holding back the Soviets, and then, the word from the Soviets is that we're smashing through Ukraine and we're getting our territory back. And there's a lot of this fake news going back and forth, but really it's fake news, propaganda, trying to keep the troops happy and, yeah, we're winning, yeah. So, anyway, I'm sorry that I haven't been on as much. Like I said, I'm going to try to do one a week, but obviously there's going to be times when I can't even meet that criteria because of all the shit going on. So just hang out with me and try to understand that there's a lot going on. I'm not there to prove any of it, so I have to get several other sources saying, "Yep, this is what happened." And then if I don't, then I have to dig, well, why aren't I finding people saying, "Yeah, this is what happened?" And I'll spend, an hour digging for something only to find out that it was completely made up. Somebody on an obscure website wanted rage bait, and they wanted clicks, so they made this absurd title that was drawing people but had nothing but falsities in it. Oh, that's a good hit. I'm almost out of weed, too. Why are schools and teachers against the bill that allows parents to find out what is being taught to their children? What are the teachers and the school boards hiding? What agenda is being pushed on our kids that the teachers don't want you to find out about? Here's the deal. Anytime I was in the position where I didn't want anybody finding out about what I was doing, is because I was doing something I shouldn't be doing. Sometimes illegal. So you try to cover and hide and tell, whoever you're with, don't say anything that's between you and me now. Well, why would they be doing that with your children? To me, it seems like the Democratic left and people on the left are grooming children. Now, maybe not for sex, but they're grooming them for other nefarious things, grooming them to be brought up Democrats or brought up, thinking a certain line and not, the other line is evil. And so, anyway, why are they hiding that? It just makes me wonder. Ukraine does have biological labs. All right, it's not a topic where, well, maybe not. No, they got biological labs. What isn't known is whether or not the U.S. funds them in any way. I'd like to know. I mean, after all, between Fauci the US and the U.S., somehow we were in part funding the Wuhan lab for nefarious stuff. You know, so yeah, I want to know. Uh, Biden is just going around the world asking people to help us out with oil, and some of the people he's asking is just totally beyond me as to why he'd ask. Like he's begging Venezuela for oil. Uh, by the way, Venezuela is a Russian ally, and rather than turn on production here in the U.S. where we can support ourselves, apparently the administration says, fuck that, we're going to negotiate oil fuel and trade buy of some sort. Who are we going to go to? Well, they've tried the Saudis, they've tried, all the EU, they've tried Venezuela, and Biden is flailing and just fucking America, driving us deeper into the shithole. Everything he touches just falls apart and is a pile of shit. I mean, yeah, let's get oil from people that throw gays from buildings and have public beheadings. That's who I want to buy my oil from. Well, that's what Biden thinks. That's where he thinks we should get our oil from. Kamala threatens Russia from Poland. Jesus, she's going to get fucking hundreds of thousands of people killed with her blind, unwavering ignorance. It could be propaganda, but it also could be real because it sounds like something that stupid bitch would say. Kamala talks a lot of shit, and it's almost all ignorant bullshit, as a point of what she is saying will get people hurt and or killed. But she just keeps on running her mouth, even though she's not really saying anything, just talking ignorant shit. I mean, if you've heard her speeches, you get what I'm saying. We've got to start doing what we've been doing, and the time that we've been doing it, the time is now. What the fuck did you just... You didn't say anything. So anyway, China calls the United States the empire of lies, pushing more of their war propaganda to make the U.S. look like a horrible, country that we are. I'm not saying we're horrible, but I am saying we got some problems, you know what I mean? Alright. On Women's Day, a biological male was named Woman of the Year. And women think that men should not have been able to post on social media on their day. Now, of course, this day came and went, and that didn't work, but I thought it was amazing that a biological male was named Woman of the Year. Now, to me, all that says is that once again, the left and the mainstream media has pushed this agenda or idea, and now what they're pushing is that men are better than women in everything. I mean, women aren't, transing over to be a man and then taking over their sport. No, it's men transitioning to be a woman and then destroying all their... destroying everything that women for thousands of years have worked and struggled to attain. It was taken away by biological male. How do you feel? You're proud about that? Smollett gets hammered in court and goes to jail for 6 days. And then he's let out. Jesse's attacker was let out to roam the streets free. Unfucking believable. Facebook is censoring anything that could possibly be negative about Ukraine, even if it's true. So, like the war crimes that Ukraine was supposedly committing that are able to be substantiated, it's not fake news. They're going to censor that because even though it's true, they don't want you to know about it. They want you to know only what they want to tell you. Also, while in Poland, Kamala was asked a serious question, and it needed a serious response. So without even thinking about it, Kamala laughed, shrugged it off, and didn't answer again. Netflix gets hit with 4 felonies over the movie Cuties. That movie I warned everybody about. Leftists run to defend the movie because the left is really okay with grooming children, and they think this movie is a good way to pick out the children that they think they can manipulate. Yeehaw, welcome to the left. The CDC doesn't think people would understand the 400,000 pages of info about the virus, saying it would be misinterpreted. They want to hide it because they are hiding shit, period. Like the truth. That's why they wanted 75 years before releasing the COVID information. Nope, the court said you're going to release it now. You got a month to deliver 10,000 pages and then so on. Another month to deliver 15,000 pages and so on until they're all brought out. Now, why would they need 75 years before letting the data loose to the public? Well, I'm willing to bet because they're hiding shit. They lied about shit. They didn't tell the truth about shit. They're hiding the truth about shit. And they don't want the public to know. And they're saying that the public is too stupid to understand what our review is about, and they're going to misinterpret it. Nope. What they're afraid of is the community being smart enough, which a lot of them are, to figure out what they're saying, what they did, what they're doing, and how bad they fucked the people. That is what they don't want. That's what the big pharma does not want the American people to know. It has nothing to do with being misinterpreted. They don't want people to know how much they lied to them and covered shit up. Many ignorant pundits that daily trash Trump are crying now about how bad Biden is and that Trump may have been better than they thought. I hope you're getting what you wanted. All you people that voted Biden because you were so tired of Trump, even though they were all lies. Trump did a good job. I mean, I didn't like him. I think he ran his mouth. He said a lot of ignorant shit. He shouldn't have been on Twitter. Anytime he got on Twitter, somebody should have been there slapping the phone out of his hand going, no. But whatever. At least I know why I don't like him. There's a lot of people that don't like him because the paper or somebody else told them that they shouldn't like him. So being ignorant followers that they are, they followed along dutifully and hated Trump for, he did, that. So many people with voter remorse are after finding out the news has been lying about the Hunter Biden and Joe Biden controversy and the laptop and all the quid pro quo and all the illegal business dealing and the sharing of bank accounts and paying each other's bills and putting money in the account for the big guy and all of his dealings with Russia and China all hidden under the table. Well, now these people that are coming out and finding out that the media has just been flat out lying to them, they're not believing the media anymore. Confidence in the mainstream media, news stations, is dropped to horrific lows. Why? Well, they lie. They go for clickbait and rage bait instead of telling you the news. And then they make up fake stories to make more clickbait and rage bait. And then when those come out to be false, then what? Well, with the Russiagate shit, they tried to brush it all under the table and blame it on other people. Well, the people are getting tired of this shit. They can see through the lies. They've had it. So places like CNN and other places are going tits up. Biden administration brings in TikTok influencers in an attempt to get them to look better on social media. Yeah, they bring in people to say, look, we'll tell you what to say. You say it, you make the White House and the Biden administration look good. Well, they do this, except it doesn't matter what kind of magical fairy dust you use. The Biden administration is a flaming dumpster fire, just fucking out of control. Saudi Arabia executes 81 people in one day for terrorism offenses. Beheaded. Don't do terrorist things to them. They can only do terrorist things to other people. It doesn't work that way with them, you see. They can go and do terroristic shit to other people, but don't do it to them. They don't like that. They don't like being bombed and beat up and no. They want to do that to other people. So in response, the Saudis executed 81 people believed to be dealing in terrorism offenses against the Saudi Arabia land. Oh yeah, Biden also asked these guys for oil fuel if they'd help. Luckily, when Biden reached out, Saudi Arabia didn't even answer. It's like, no, we're not touching those fucking losers. Jen Psaki stands by the Hunter Biden laptop lie, even though the truth is out and fairly well known. Dems lie, stand by the lie at all costs, double down, and even lie some more to protect the initial lie if necessary. But Democratic left do not admit to the lie or take responsibility for their actions in the lie. Rather, they shift blame and continue to cover up with more lies. And then they blame anybody and everybody they can. More and more violence and incidents around the country as the social civil war is still on, and it's a thing. And as the violence index climbs and self-entitlement increases, the social warrior grows. People are taking sides every day. Leah Thomas, a biological male, takes another woman's record by a ton, so that no natural biological female will be able to break this record. I think it's wrong. Live your life as a woman if you feel like it, but should you profit from it? No. It's the only reason he did it, though, I'm willing to bet. If women don't fight back soon, every female record will be held by biological males. Is that what you wanted? So much propaganda. It's a stalemate. Oh, I already went over that. Russia winning and Ukraine winning. Blah, blah, blah. With wars around the world, dissent in many countries and our own, for some reason, Leah Thomas is still a top news story. Why? Because he came out and said more stuff. And he's so fresh, so brave. It must be covered by mainstream media, CNN, ABC, NBC, and all those other ones. What did he say that was so brave? That he ignores the boos, tuning them out, and concentrate on winning and crushing women's records by a ton. To where biological females will never be able to break the record. Placing another plaque over women's rights where once again it says biological males are better than biological females. At this, like I said, is that what you want? I don't. You need to change before it's too late. There are horrible parents fucking up their children with this ignorant gender bullshit at a way too young an age. A 3-year-old does not know their sexuality that young. But we have these fucked parents that think they are progressive and woke, and most of all, they think they are smart. And that they are pushing this crap the parents want on their kids. Just to virtue signal to other adults to show how woke, stupid as fuck, these parents are. Fucking up their own children and ruining them and causing all kinds of mental problems later in life. These parents should be criminally charged. Women that don't want to change or use the bathroom around a swinging dick are now being called transphobes. Yeah, women that don't want to share a bathroom with a transgender male where the guy coming in swinging his dick around, they feel a bit uncomfortable. I don't blame them. They don't want to share a bathroom with them. I don't blame them. To all the girls, women that compete against Leah and don't say anything as long as Leah competes against you, that's Leah Thomas, get comfortable with the knowledge that you will never get gold, ever. Silver and bronze will be the best you'll ever place with Leah there. Hope you're comfy with that. You know, you're free to wear or do whatever you want. Just remember that others are free to mock you just like you're free to do it, even if you don't like it. And that's what freedom is, baby. Some things have repercussions, and some things you just don't like. You gotta act against Leah Thomas if you want any action. It's as simple as that. Because nobody had met the requirements, the schools didn't... Okay, wait, I missed something. What'd I miss? Page 4. Oh, okay, yeah. The Snow Medical Research Foundation is cutting ties to the University of Melbourne because over the last 3 years, only 6 white males received the award. Snow Medical said not enough diversity was enough for them to continue, even though last year no one got the award because nobody had met the requirements. The school didn't mean to single out the white males and only give these things to white males. All they did was simply fulfill the requirements. And only those that filled all the requirements would receive the award. That's it. Nothing nefarious. And it just so happened that the only ones to fill all of the positions to get an award were white males. Now, I'm sorry. This isn't the white man holding the black man down. There's these positions to be filled, and all you had to do was meet the requirements. All right? Through school, meet the school's requirements. All right? Grades, time spent in class, all that. The only ones that fucking got it were a certain group. That's all I'm saying. Teachers shared their OnlyFans accounts with their other students, and then appeared confused as to why they were fired and arrested. We need to get the rest of these morons out. They want to talk to your kids and tell them that they're gay and that it's okay to be gay when they should be teaching them the alphabet and how to count. I don't remember any of my teachers knowing if they were gay or straight. I didn't care. I was there to learn. They were there to teach. Nowadays, there's an indoctrination where these LGBT plus teachers want to push their agenda on kindergarten through 6th grade kids. Why? They want to indoctrinate them. They want to push their agenda on these open-minded children. You need to stop this. If they want to be that way and live that life, that's fine. As soon as you start pushing it on my children and grandchildren, we're going to have problems. Keep your fucking life to yourself. Teach what the curriculum says you can teach. And fucking keep your life out of it. It's so fucking ignorant. How full of yourself are you? How self-entitled are you that you think that this is something that should be talked about to children? Think about it. Think, what kind of loser are you? You think this is okay? If you think that's okay, you're a pedophilic loser. And I don't want you around my fucking kids. William Thomas ranked 462nd in men's swimming. Leah Thomas, however, ranks number 1 in women's swimming. Anyway, Pelosi is sundowning, and it shows with garbled briefings that was almost word salad. She is definitely in some sort of mental decline, perhaps even possibly a stroke. Doesn't matter. She is losing it bad, and people around the world are seeing Biden, Kamala, and Pelosi all blathering gibberish, word salad, saying nothing, showing their blatant ignorance. And it's just not for us. We're scared. We don't know what they're going to do. This is what stupidity gets us. They're going to get us killed, and they don't even know they're doing it because they're so stupid. And they're all in line. The rest of the world laughs at these beta fools that are very sadly doing their best. But let's face it, Biden, Kamala, and Pelosi, they're all weak piles of shit. And the world knows it. Biden can only offer promises. Pelosi and Kamala run their mouths but don't really say anything. Just sound ignorant as fucking they are. People connected to the Biden administration, the former defense secretary, came out and said President Biden's gaffes in the last 2+ years are on the fact that he is Irish. So what they're saying is the Irish mentality is incompetent and cannot speak due to the blatant ignorance. I think Biden and the rest of the Democratic left are crazy, stupid as fuck, and the left is trying to blame their ignorance on anything they possibly can to hide their failures. Right now it's the Irish. Let's face it, it's because Biden is a gaffing old fool that can't remember shit, and he's fucked everything up he's touched, and he's gonna continue to fuck everything up. How about that? Will Smith joined in on the peaceful protest as he slapped the ever-living shit out of Chris Rock. You can fuck his wife, Jada, which she does a lot. She fucks a lot of different guys, but do not make a joke about her. Because if you do, Will Smith will yell at you and slap you like he did with Chris Rock. He even yelled at Chris to keep his wife's name out of his fucking mouth. Because it's Jada's job alone to put the other guys in her mouth. Not Will's. Wait, did I get that right? Anyway, Jada does all the mouth work. Biden says something off script. The White House walks it back. Biden says something stupid, then says it never happened. The White House walks it back. It's like he forgets that he's being recorded and anybody can look up his fuck-ups at any time online. You know, in many different places. More people need to look. By the way, CNN blamed Trump for Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Apparently, Trump can be blamed for anything. Yep, the Democratic left are fucktards. Biden blames Trump for the economy and then introduces an insane tax plan that would potentially crash the market. The Biden and the Democratic left are too stupid to identify how bad this move is or grasp the consequences. We're fucked. Biden's going to crash the market. The American dollar is going to drop to nothing. People are going to go crazy. There's going to be rioting, and it's going to be his fault. But he will shift the blame and blame it on everybody else. Just watch. It'll happen. All right. That's what I got so far, and that's after getting news, deleting news, fact-checking it, not finding it to be real, so deleting it, and then finding more news, and so make that, and that sounded good, so I'd follow that up, only to find out that's fake news. And look, things are happening, they're going crazy. Hang in there. Buy supplies if you think you need to. I'm all supplied up. Don't let anybody give you a bad time for protecting yourself and your family. You can always hope for the best, but let's prepare for the worst. Alright, I love all you fuckers. If you thought this video was decent, give it a thumbs up, share it. If not, don't worry about it. It was a long video, I get it. I love you fuckers. I hope to see you later at another time. Hopefully not as long as this break was, but Thank you. Stay high, bitches.